My name is Donna Culwell, and this is my story. On December 19th, 1984, my life changed forever. I was at work, and it was raining harder than I'd ever seen it before. The phone rang, and when I answered, a man identified himself as a Los Angeles Police Department officer and asked if I knew where my brother was. Officer Dwayne Dewey Johnson. He was trying to get a hold of him. Well, I wasn't about to give this man, who I had no idea who he was, my brother's information, so I told him I'd take a message and I would have him call if I heard from him. When I was ready to go home, I got in my car. It was still pouring rain, and it took me about 2.5 hours to get home. I was really bored in the car, and so I switched the radio stations around. I was listening to music, wasn't really interested in listening to the news, and I'm really glad I wasn't because it was all over the news by then that my brother had been murdered. I got home and started to prepare dinner. My husband was watching the news. And then my brother, Dana, who's Dewey's identical twin brother, called me and let me know what happened. Right when that happened, it flashed on the news. 45-inch screen TV, I saw my brother's face. Well, I was so stunned, I went into zombie mode and I just started to make dinner because I had promised tacos that night. So I was busy running around the kitchen, getting things together. My husband kept telling me, sit down, sit down, sit down. And I finally stopped and sat down. I couldn't believe what I had just heard. Let me stop and tell you a little bit about my brother. So he was born, as I said, a twin. He was born on December 10th, 1957. And boy, those boys were rambunctious. Dad was a firefighter, and mom was busy raising 7 children, all under the age of 9. The twins were just so funny, and they would always emulate sirens when cars would pass by, so no doubt that both of them would end up in law enforcement. The night of the murder, I, well, what can I say? My life was ripped apart. It was 5 gang members involved, and 2 were killed during the course of this robbery. My brother was there to help. My brother is a hero. And we go to parole hearings almost every year now because we believe so much that these individuals should not be released from prison, and we believe in justice for my brother. Life since my brother was executed has left a huge hole in our family. I think of him every day. I work with LAPD labor detail with my own job. I think of how fun it could have been to work with Dewey in our own capacities. Instead, I drive the Eagle and Badge Foundation's 18-wheeler truck that hauls the LAPD memorial wall with all the names of officers killed in the line of duty. It is absolutely my honor to do so. I consider it to be over 200 angels following behind me in that trailer. I'll continue to attend hearings as long as I can, but this takes a toll on you. And I'm getting tired. But we do fear for the safety of our family. We do fear for safety of our community. And so whatever bit we can do, we'll continue to try to help. I don't know what I could say to help other survivors or victims. I think what I would want other survivors to know is that, this does change your life forever. The only thing I can think of, words of hope maybe, is that you will get through this. Don't expect to get over it, because there's no such thing as getting over the loss of your loved one, but you will get through it. Remember to breathe and take baby steps. I want to thank you for this opportunity to share my story and know that we're real people who have had our lives turned upside down. My brother was an amazing man. The community really, really has lost an amazing person who was only there to help and and ended his life serving his community. Thank you again for your time.